folks, it's the dude here down in the dungeon. I just popped open our 15-pound barrel, which is in polish, and I was going to go into a wash cycle, but I see there's a problem with our polish. Got a couple rocks here I've dried off, and you can see there's a shine on that rock, but it's cloudy. It's a cloudy shine. And this one also, this is a piece of our thunder eggs. And once again, it's a cloudy shine. It's shiny, but it's cloudy. And as I look at the lid here, the lid of the barrel, you probably can't see it, but I can feel it. There's grit in here. It's not rock polishing grit. It's probably something that's broken up in here. And we'll go back to this piece and look. You see that the end there is falling apart. And probably some of these thunder eggs have chipped on this rhyolite. It's chipped off and broken up in there. So what I'm going to do is wash these off, put them into a wash cycle, and see what we got going on. I'll probably wash them for about 12 to 24 hours before I figure out what to do with these. Now I've let these run overnight in a wash cycle with just a drop of Dawn and a little bit of borax. And they're not as bad as I thought they were, but they're still not great. You can see that that has a polish, but it's also a dull, scratchy polish. And probably the problem was this rhyolite breaking up on the back side, sending little pieces through there. So what I'm going to do at this point is probably pull out the thunder eggs, and I might shine those up on a buffer wheel later on. For right now, I'll probably just set them out and display them as is. They're not terrible, but we can do better. So all the thunder eggs will come out. And the agates, once again, they got a polish, but it's just kind of a foggy polish. You can see those little scratches in there. And this one's kind of neat. You can see it's kind of translucent on the back side. You can start to see the bands from the back side. That is a cool, cool rock. Probably what I'll do with these, half a dozen agates that I have is I'll throw them back in with polish with another rock, maybe my tiger eye, because they'll be coming through pretty quick. Alright, besides these, I also had my tutorial in polish, and you see I have a problem here too. The polish has started leaking out, and I didn't notice this till just yesterday, and I don't think it's dry in there. I think we still have some moisture. Because there's no real mess on the tumbler itself, so it's probably a slow leak and it probably sealed itself up. But we're going to have to pop this open and see what's going on. So I'll be back in a moment. And as I suspected, this barrel is not dry. When I sealed this barrel last time, I put a tablespoon of polish in it, but what I forgot to do was I was going to put in a couple tablespoons of borax. So I went ahead and opened the barrel and put in the borax. I probably didn't get the rim clean after doing that and resealing it. You see a lot of black particles floating on top here. That's actually pieces of the barrel. The barrel wears down over time. And that's all right, you know, it's going to have to do that. Take one of these out, I'll rinse it up and we'll look at it. And as you can see, it's starting to get a shine, but it has some work to do yet. So I'm going to get the rim of this barrel cleaned up, get this sealed back up, and I'll be back in a moment. What you see on the table here is my media from that polish of the thunder eggs and the Brazilian agates, rather. So I've got all my barrels empty, and I've gone through them, and we're ready to move the tiger eye onto polish. And I think I'm going to have, the advantage of having several size barrels is that you can use whatever barrel you need to fit what you're doing. And I think that these are going to fit pretty well into the 10-pound barrel. And that's not bad at all. And these are going to go into the, into the finish cycles. Not really the polish, but getting there. So I'm going to use this media. Normally I'd let this set out for a day or two and let it dry out before returning it to the media bucket. But since we're going to start these, we'll just use this media to fill that barrel. And during these phases, you really, really do want these small materials getting in there and scrubbing in between the rocks. But we also need enough room for the rocks to move at least a little bit. So that's probably not too bad where we're at. I'll get some polish on this. I will get my borax in this time. Now there's a couple pieces that didn't move along with the rest of the batch. Just a couple that didn't look so good. That one has a spot down there. It's a little bit rough. This one here is not too bad. Actually, that piece might, I guess I got a crack along there I want to work on. So what I do with pieces like that is I'll throw them in a recycle bucket of mixed stuff. And they'll move along with something else later on. You can see that I have 4 pieces of tiger eye. I also got a piece of red and green jasper. And they were in with the tiger eye during the last roll to help fill the barrel. And that's what I'll use this for, is to help fill barrels when I need it. So for the large barrel, the 15-pound barrel, I had started a run of fancy jasper. These have already been run through once. These need to be run. Well, we're going to start a rough roll of these. And it looks like I have plenty of room on there, so I'm going to take some of these that have already been run once. I'll probably pick through them just slightly. Pick some of the rougher ones because I know that those are going to need some more time in the barrel. So they should go in now with the rough stuff. And probably somewhere around there. I don't need any small materials at this point. I'm still trying to work on the high points. So we'll get grit and water on that and get that on the tumbler. And that leaves us one small barrel. So that's going to be for our obsidian. It looks like this is the bucket that I've chosen to go on to the finish steps. And this is our recycle bucket. We'll just go ahead and fill from there. I'll get those on the tumbler. And I guess that's all we're going to do today, folks. So until next time, be happy, be kind, make your home a safe place. Bye, everyone.